No. For the last time, Bertram, we've been over this. You cannot join the Mafia. Why? Because you are not Italian. You're not Sicilian. And for God's sake, man, you're not even alive. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer. This is my manservant Bertram, and this is my review for Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition was released for my beloved PlayStation 4, and that console with the sinister X in its name, in May 2020. It is unsurprisingly an enhanced remaster of the original game that released in 2010. That's 10 years ago for the more mathematically challenged among you. My, how things have changed in the last 10 years. But Bertram died and was resurrected a la Jesus Christ, or, as I like to call him, the Zuz. I married and divorced a woman who literally had sex with everything. Men, women, buildings. True story. In fact, she is the first woman in history to actually bring the Eiffel Tower to orgasm. And I, myself, have become steadily more and more intolerant and incontinent and impotent. So, in a nutshell, a lot has happened since the original Mafia 2's release. So what is Mafia 2? Well, I'm glad you asked, dear viewer. It is the follow-up to the first Mafia. No, I'm serious. It is! Surprising, isn't it? Now, we play as Vito, something Italian. A war veteran who takes medical leave, returns to Empire Bay, meets up with his fat friend Joe, and eventually winds up involved with shock horror, the Mafia, while trying to pay back his ex-father's debts or some nonsense. Now I say ex-father because he is dead. Just for the more mathematically challenged among you. Now, like the first Mafia, this is a third-person shooter / Grand Theft Auto clone. You shoot, you drive, you stop for takeout, you shoot, you drive. Wait, is that an old man I can run over? You shoot, you drive. Nope. Actually, I think I'll just beat the old man up instead. Shoot, drive, etc., etc. Now, most missions will play out very similarly. You wake up in your underpants, answer the phone, get your mission, go and do the mission, repeat ad nauseum. Now, this being a Mafia title, the story does have some twists, double crosses, triple crosses, Jesus on the crosses. But I won't spoil any of them for you. Partly because I don't want to ruin these moments for you, and mostly because I don't care. Now, so far, so Mafia 1. So, why in the name of Isaac Newton is Mafia 2 the fan favorite of the series? Well, it's quite simple, really. People are in love with the number 2. People lust for the number 2. They crave it with every fiber of their being. That means they want to have sex with it, for the more mathematically challenged among you. Think about it. Mafia 2, Silent Hill 2, Uncharted 2, Dead Space 2, Debbie Does Dallas 2. But, in my humble opinion, which as we know is the only opinion, Mafia 2 doesn't do anything that the first Mafia did not do just as well. And in fact, in terms of story, I think the first Mafia takes the win. Now, my biggest issues with Mafia 2 come down to two very simple things. Numero uno is your character, Vito something Italian. He dies so easily, taken down with a few bullets, which I admit is realistic, but just not fun. I mean, there were times I was convinced he must be made of paper. But this wouldn't be so much of a problem if the game had a consistent checkpoint system. And that brings me nicely to problem numero duo. You spend 10 minutes in a mission, let's say, blowing gangsters away, running over old men, and then it starts raining. Let's not forget you're made of paper, so you instantly die. You reload the checkpoint and realize you have to replay that entire 10-minute sequence. This happened to me more than I care to admit, and it is entirely the game's fault. Nothing to do with me, no sir. So, in a word, the checkpoint system sucks. In fact, there's rent boys who suck less dick than this checkpoint system. That means there's rent boys who suck less dick than this checkpoint system for the more mathematically challenged among you. But, all in all, I enjoy Mafia 2. I mean, after all, who doesn't enjoy running over old men? Need I say more? So, therefore, I'm going to give Mafia 2 a 7.7, 0.7, 0.2, 0.2, 0.5 out of 10. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my review for Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. If you have enjoyed this little review of mine, give me the thumbs up. If you perhaps didn't enjoy it so much, give me the middle finger. Please feel free to leave some abuse for me in my comments section. And as always, remember, what, Bertram? That's right, to stay obsessed with gaming.